Well, it's basically just about the most annoying thing in the world, isn't it? When you're watching like a YouTube channel or something like that, and somebody gifts the channel something very valuable, very expensive, and you're like, so the rich get richer, you know, for their own reasons, and you're like, I could have gone to a better home, but whatever, you know. And that's usually because the person sending the item wants to make an impact to the person they like, the person they watch, you know, wants to gift them something maybe for their own collection, or whatever the case may be. And I've seen it before, and it's happened to me before. In fact, it happened to me just now with this. I say just now. This was in my work office, which is kind of a storage unit right now, because I used to work in this office at work, obviously, and all the things I would get in, I would just kind of put in the office, and it would just kind of get piled up, and, you know, I'd take care of it, or, you know, the games I would get for open cart surgery, fix those. Items I get for review, check those out. But then sometimes, you know, I work in a different room now at work, and my old office still has stuff in it. And during a time when just some stuff was happening, and I would just like let stuff pile up, and I was looking for something the other day, and I found this box, and I was like, what's in here? And I opened it up, and I was like, I completely forgot that this was sent to me. And we're going to check it out right now in this video. And it is a wonderful feeling. I hope everybody who looks for video games or collects games, hopefully you wear your passion on your sleeve enough that you are that source locally, where somebody says, oh, hey, I was cleaning up my grandma's attic and found these, and I don't need them, here you go. And it's just like, it's a box full of like Super Nintendo games or Genesis stuff that, you know, to them is just worthless, but to you, it's worth something. I mean, isn't that so cool? I'm the same way myself. You know, if I was at my parents' house and I found, you know, a bunch of, I'm trying to think of something off the top, like Pyrex, for instance. There's a ton of Pyrex collectors out there. For me, it's just a bunch of like, you know, bowls and stuff, but, you know, to them, it's worth something. So, so when it comes to video games, it's worth something. And I'm curious about this. Now, they did include a letter, and listen to this. This, I read this before when I first opened the box, and I remember it was very sentimental, but I want to read it to you now. It says, Mr. Riggs, my name is Robert. And I hope, I almost didn't want to do a video on this, but I was like, you know what, at this point, I'll go ahead and do a video on it. Watch the note say something about please don't do a video on this. Mr. Riggs, my name is Robert. I'm sending you my GameCube and a few games. Please don't send it back. I used to play games with my brother-in-law. He passed away last year, and I can't get myself to play the GameCube anymore. I love your YouTube videos. There's a Game Boy player and disc also, and a few GBA games. This stuff is yours. I want to say thanks for your time, sir, and I'll be watching on YouTube. Have a wonderful day. To me, this letter means more than anything in this box. There's a lot of great stuff in this box, however, the sentiment is absolutely there. So thank you. And on behalf of Robert, here's what he sent me. And maybe you've been in that situation before where you were like, you know, maybe you loved, completely hypothetical, you loved going to Disneyland because your dad took you to Disneyland all the time. And then when your dad passes away, then it's like, you know, going to Disneyland makes you think of your dad. Or something like that. And some people find that as a positive. It's like, well, I'll go back to Disneyland because, you know, that's the thing my dad did. But then there's the flip side, too, where it's just like, well, going there now just makes me sad and miss my dad. Whatever it is. So, let's have a look. First of all, the Game Boy. It's not just a standard Game Boy. It is the kind of spicy orange Game Boy GBA player. Isn't that fantastic? Got the controller as well, and then there is the adapter thingy right here. So, I mean, if that was just it, I was like, well, I have this laying around, go ahead. I was like, dude, this is amazing. Thank you so much. But there's more. And if you're like, okay, I see the power cord, but why is there an HDMI? Well, it looks like he included this guy. Now, this looks like a way to play HDMI GameCube adapter. So I'm sure it works well. I mean, if it worked for him, that's great. You know, I have an Eon adapter as well, so but that's wonderful. This is, let's have a look. Oh, and then here is the GameCube to HDMI remote control. This is a device I didn't even know existed, so I'm learning something now. We have the Game Boy player disc. And to get the Game Boy Advance working, you would need this disc. Very neat. This is in a, looks like a repro case. It looks like it's been printed, but totally cool. Works right in there. Put that right over there. Everything's orange. Got the orange memory card. I bet there's some of their old games still on here too. We have, here, I'll look at the, before I look at the Game Boy games, this I bet is the Game Boy Advance games. If I can open the thing, there we go. Oh, things are starting to fall out. We have Super Mario Advance, which is basically Mario 2. Super Mario Advance 2, which is Super Mario World. Super Mario Advance 3, which is Yoshi's Island. Super Mario Advance 4, which is Mario 3. Looks like almost like a left rows there. Namco Museum, you can never go wrong. X-Men Return of Apocalypse. And that'll do it for the Game Boy Advance. And it looks like he was a big X-Men fan, because I see a couple of X-Men games as far as the GameCube games go, right on top here. We have X-Men Legends, X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse, X-Men Next Dimension, here's Blood Omen 2, Blood Rain as well, Need for Speed 2, Hot Pursuit, no, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2, Turok Evolution, Dragon Ball Z Sagas, and Tony Hawk's Underground 2, my favorite of the Tony Hawk games right here. Robert, I know it took a while to do this video, because I think you sent this to me 5 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. It's been a while. But I just now found it underneath other boxes of stuff in my room, and just wanted to show you that yes, I got it. Yes, thank you very much, and thank you, and hopefully sometime you are awarded with somebody just gifting you something that you wouldn't expect, and it's a very good feeling and very humbling as well.